Paul McCartney's never really done himself many favours in trying to appear cool. His choice of spouse hasn't helped, and he's done music that has ranged from the sublime to the ridiculous. Interestingly, in recent years, his music's got a bit better. In 2007, he did a very good album, had some very sort of dark themes, which you wouldn't really expect from him, which was great. He's also done obviously things like the Frog Chorus and Ebony and Ivory, which are terrible. And he's clearly a raging egomaniac. He's done classical works. He did one called Standing Stone, which is very long, very boring, not very good. And it's kind of, he can't resist the opportunity to prove that he's as good as Beethoven or Bach, any other genre that he's not famous for. He tries to sort of get involved in and prove how good he is. And his latest album is doing just that. It's well, rather horribly, it's a covers album. It's a covers album of kind of old 50s jazz songs by people like Fats Waller. No idea who he is. Probably rubbish. And I mean, covers albums are horrible at the best of times because, well, they're a waste of your money, aren't they? And you can sort of see Rod Stewart's done, I think, the Great American Songbook. He's done about 10 volumes of this. And you can accept that because he's never written a good song in his life. Paul McCartney, on the other hand, has written the odd good song. And there's no excuse for him to sort of waste time and our money making this sort of tripe. And of course, with this album, he's done his own attempts at jazz standards in amongst the accentuate the positive and Bye Bye Blackbird, all that sort of nonsense. And he says, "Oh, this is an album you listen to at home after work with a glass of wine." Who does that? I'll tell you who does that. People that don't like music, Paul. This is a guy who he cut his teeth in the Cavern and in Hamburg, and he's saying, "Oh, this is music for people that like to drink wine and tea." What a betrayal that is of sort of rock and roll values. It's disgraceful. And the worst thing about it is, it's called, the title of this album is called "Kisses on the Bottom." Well, kisses on the bottom, shove it up your arse, Paul.